Hello, my friends out there in YouTube or Facebook land, LinkedIn land, wherever you're seeing this video from. This is your trusty Central Indiana real estate advisor, Andy Leakey, a part of Andy Leakey and Associates with FC Tucker, that is coming to you again for a market update. And this market update is actually, we're in the month of September. Actually, we're kind of toward the end of September. It's kind of a weird, kind of a dreary, rainy day here on, what is it, the 27th of September, Friday the 27th. And I am coming to you with the Central Indiana Market Watch. Sorry, it's a little bit later. I know you've all been clamoring for it, just waiting for it. But what can I say? I kind of got here when I got here, right? But always want to be consistent with you guys and kind of give you kind of a skinny on what's really going on in the Central Indiana real estate market. And this is for the month of September. As always, when we do this, what we're basing it on is data from the previous month. So this would be from August 2024, and we're going to compare it to a year ago, so August 2023, and then actually 4 years ago as well too, to kind of get a broader perspective. And certainly it's a uniquely dynamic market right now. I've told people this is the most uniquely dynamic and complex market I've experienced in 20 years of selling real estate here in Central Indiana. I'm going to talk about that a little bit today and kind of give some statistics that I think kind of maybe illustrate that. And the biggest thing here is one of the biggest challenges I think that we're seeing, particularly with sellers right now, is kind of the microwave mentality. We are, sellers were so used to for the last couple of years just homes selling really quickly, and then when they don't sell really fast right now, they think maybe there's something wrong with the market, or there's something that's it's maybe been priced incorrectly. And sometimes that's the case, but more often than not, what we're seeing is we are seeing the market slow down tremendously. Some stats I don't really bring up a lot, but I think I'll probably open with them today, is I always like to calculate data of the number of pendings versus the number of homes for sale. And so what that means is for every home that is on the market, for every one home that is on the market, how many are pending? And those of you that have been hearing me for a couple of years, back in the day, and actually went back and looked at my notes, in May of 2022, now you're like, why the heck's he talking about 18 months ago? But in May of 2022, in Hamilton County, for instance, for every one home that was for sale, there was 4.67, or almost 5 homes that were pending. And that's when homes were going crazy amounts above list price. I think that back in that month when I did calculations, the average sales to list price ratio was it was over 104%. Because again, there was no inventory. So for one home that was for sale, there were almost 5 under contract in Hamilton County. In Marion County, that number was there were a little over 3 pending for one that was for sale. The market was very quick. Homes were selling on average in 11 days. So let's fast forward 18 months. What does that look like now in terms of the speed of the market? Again, not the strength of the market, but the speed of the market. Well, right now in Hamilton County, for every one home that is for sale, there is 0.76 pending. So less than 1. So there is, for one home for sale, there's less than 1 that is pending, 0.76. In Marion County, that number is slightly less. It's 0.7 pending for 1 that is for sale. So that is 4 to 5 times slower than it was 18 months ago. And there's a trailing effect to that then in the marketplace. And what do I mean by the trailing effect of that? Well, the sales to list price ratio, like I mentioned back in May of 2022, was almost 104% sales to list price ratio. So the average home sold for about 4% above list price. Right now, over the last 90 days, in both Marion County and Hamilton County, it's been between 99.1 and 99.2%, which, by the way, historically, that's still very solid. Homes, if they're priced to sell, usually sell between 99 and 97% of list price. So it's becoming more normal again. But we're used, with our microwave mentality, that we just have recency bias. We're used to it still being quick, and we think it's going to be quick. And when it's not quick, when it slows down a little bit, we think something's wrong. And what's wrong is that we just don't have the data correct on this. We don't have and we're using memories from the past to set our expectations for the present, and you're going to be disappointed when that happens. So, and by the way, the average days on market right now is 31 days. So compared to 18 months ago, it is 3 times slower, but it's still not bad. And again, that's the perspective that people need to get back. And how I can prove that as well too is in central Indiana, even though there's a lot more balance of inventory compared to sales, home sales are up, or excuse me, home inventory is up, buyers have more choice, and home sales are down. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. But through all of that, right now, the average home in central Indiana has gone up 4% in the last year. It's been 3.1% in Hamilton County and 4.6% in Marion County. So we are still seeing home prices still slightly raised, but again, the speed is slower. So there's still strength in the market, but the speed is slower. And the reason why the speed is slower is because there's 24.9% more homes for sale in central Indiana, but home sales have only gone up 3.7%. In Hamilton County, we have 26.9, basically 27% more homes for sale, but the number of homes that actually went under contract in August was only 1% higher than a year ago. So a big difference there. Marion County, you're up a little over 20% with inventory, and your home sales went down basically 0.1%. So basically flatlined there. So the speed of the market is slower. Buyers have more choices, but it doesn't mean that prices are tanking. It means that buyers can make more educated decisions. And that's a great thing for both buyers and sellers. And sellers, it just means that we can't take shortcuts right now. The old tried and true principles of, the seller sets the price, but the buyer determines the value. That is a principle. Selling your home is 2 things. It's a price war and a beauty contest. That is a principle. And sellers need to lean into these principles to still maximize the opportunity, and they will be rewarded for that. And when you take a look at the perspective from 4 years ago, well, 4 years ago, back in August of 2020, so today we have 58.5% more homes for sale in central Indiana now than we did 4 years ago at that time. So, wow, that's a lot more, 50.5%. And home sales are down almost 30%, 29.5%. In Hamilton County, our inventory is up a little over a third, 33.7%, with home sales down, 39.4%. So we have almost a third more homes than we had 4 years ago, but we have almost 40% fewer sales. So homes are going to sit on the market a little bit more. In Marion County, you're up over almost 52% homes for sale, and home sales down 30%. So again, there's just more choices, but it doesn't mean home prices are going down. In fact, the average homeowner in central Indiana has seen their home value, the home values have gone up 40.8% in the last 4 years. The average central Indiana homeowner has $101,000 of equity. Hamilton County, your home values have gone up 43.6% in the last 4 years. That's $158,000 of equity. In Marion County, your home values have gone up 38.1%, and that is, what do we see here? $78,000 of equity. So again, don't wait to buy real estate. Buy real estate and wait. But if you're somebody that's looking to make a move and you're maybe looking to sell, you need to temper your expectations. Maybe not so much with the prices, but with the speed. And you need to understand that you have a lot more competition that you're competing against. So if you don't have your game tight, if you don't have a strong strategy in place, a systematic approach to target market your most opportune buyer and to position yourself to win that price war and beauty contest, then you're going to be really frustrated right now. Another real estate fun fact, I'm just dropping knowledge on you today, is pricing it correctly and not trying to overcompensate is so vital. Heard a stat here the last couple weeks. 70% of your showings come within the first 21 days on the market. 70% of your showings come within the first 21 days on the market. So you need to make sure you're priced close to where you think the market has it dictated at, and you gotta make sure that your condition's tight. That's your best way to maximize the value of your home. So if you're a seller, I hope you found this helpful. If you're a buyer, and if you're sitting here having some crazy thought that the market's gonna tank and go down, listen, that's just idle chatter for a fear of making a decision right now. Prices are not going down. There are more choices. They're not going up as fast, but they're not going down. It's just like inflation, right? So the government's bragging how inflation's dropping down to 2.8%. We're not in disflation, right? Home prices aren't becoming less. They're just going up more slowly than they were a couple of years ago. And that's the same thing here in real estate. So hope you found this helpful. If you have any questions, comments, if you know somebody that would benefit from this, please share this with them. We just love to provide value and education to people. And as always, if you know somebody looking to make a move, we are never too busy for your referrals. Thanks so much. We'll chat with you soon.